Our next speaker is Maude Barlow from the Council of Canadians. A person who doesn't need any introduction, so I'd like to ask Maude.
Mes sœurs et mes frères, c'est une manifestation très très importante pour tous les gens et pour l'environnement de nos pays. Et je suis très heureuse que c'est un tel grand groupe aujourd'hui. C'est merveilleux, je suis très heureuse. We're here today because we are opposing and we are going to launch a very strong campaign against the comprehensive economic and trade agreement, the Canada-European CETA. You should know that what Europe is doing is becoming very aggressive in promoting these CETAs around the world because the World Trade Organization is pretty well dead. And what they're going after, and what the corporations from both Canada and Europe, and in fact Canada and Europe and India and China, because these are all over the place, is all the areas that got left out of NAFTA and the WTO. It's called subnational procurement, and it's all of the spending money. It's basically the motherlode of money that we spend on our social programs, on our universities and our schools and our hospitals. It's all the money that the provinces spend, that the municipalities spend, that water and energy services spend. This is all of the way we collectively make our decisions around what matters with our taxpayer dollar. All of that was left out of all of the other agreements. This is the first time it's been in an international agreement, and this is a very, very big deal for us. It's the biggest trade agreement they have ever come up with. The European service companies want big access to our lucrative contracts, and particularly our water and public services, and probably all infrastructure as well. What Canada has openly declared is what it wants in return is for Europe to lower its standards on genetically engineered foods, our exports, including our hormone-laced beef and our dirty oil from the tar sands. They want those standards in Europe lowered. So this is the deal. So let European service companies come in and take over our public services and our water and health services, and be able to say that any standard, any fair trade rule, any local hiring rule, any environmental standard, all of this is subject to being challenged as a trade threat. You should know that the European Union itself has just done a major study of what the CETA would do to Canada, and the European Union itself has said that it would increase the emissions in the tar sands, that it would open up water services to the two big water corporations in Europe, and that would mean that the price of water would go up, and that would affect low-income people in Canada, that it would lead to higher soil, water, and air contamination, and that it would be very harmful to First Nations people because it would be more exploitation from mining, energy, and pulp and paper industries. This is what the Europeans are saying about what this deal will do to Canada. So what's our government saying? We want to do it. We're doing it. We don't care what you say. It's going to be done in secret. It's going to be done behind closed doors, because you know what? They learned a long time ago that when the Canadian people find out what's in these deals, we say no to it. Right. We were able to find out and defeat the Security and Prosperity Partnership for North America. The same thing, they kept it as secret as they could. We are going to fight and win this. We must not let this agreement go ahead. This will be the most destructive trade agreement that Canada has ever opened up. CETA will be bad for Canada. It will be bad for Europe. It'll be bad for farmers. It'll be bad for healthcare programs. It'll be bad for all our public services. It will be bad for workers. It will be bad for low-income people. It will be bad for women. It will be a travesty to our environment. It will be a travesty to our First Nations communities. So we're here today to say this is the beginning of a fight back, and we will do to the Canada-European CETA exactly what we did to the SPP, to the MAI, to the Free Trade Agreement of Americas, to the WTO, and put them back in the box they belong in. We have our democratic rights, and we are going to exercise them. No to CETA.
No to CETA!